Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast. We're just in the game and boots are being bought. But first, let's go over the game and the teams, shall we? Blue team, we have Shen, who is going on top. We have Corky, who will be on the bottom together with Sona, who is already there. Maybe she'll go up on the jungle, who knows. We have Karthus, who will be in the middle, and I haven't seen him in a while. Jungle Fiddle, everybody. Jungle Fiddle. Where have you been? Well, we know why you don't see Jungle Fiddle that often, since the jungle revamp. There's no really any point to a sustainable jungle, because the creep died way too fast, so his drain is pretty useless, because they're already dead, and then it's on cooldown. He used to be the fastest jungler in the game, everybody. And now, look at him now. We shall see. His ganks are still pretty good, especially on level 6. It's also a reason why you don't see Jungle Warwick that much, because it's the same thing. Alright, he has great sustain, but he doesn't have any ganking potential pre-level 6. It's pretty bad, but at least Fiddle has ganking potential pre-level 6. And now, red team. We have Ezreal. Of course, you always have an Ezreal in every team. There must be an Ezreal, or else you're a fool. Ezreal on the bottom. Singed. And for now, in the fountain, going to buy something, probably another health potion, is going on top. Ryze in the middle, of course. Who else? Lee Sin jungling. Who else? And then, of course, the Blitzcrank support, who is not going to assist Lee Sin, for it might ruin the game. There you have it, guys. I'm wondering who will win this, to be honest. I think both teams have their ups and downs in the entirety of the game. That's actually a very nice Blitzcrank king you have there, mate. No longer available. I think that's the rusty Blitzcrank. I hope so. It's a very nice skill, as you can see. Oh no, Ryze, no, Lysian, come on, man. That's going to be pretty bad on the health part of Lysian. He has a health, but he shouldn't have needed to use it there. Use his might a bit to it. No, he doesn't want to use his. In that situation, I would have thought, hey, let's change. Sona taking a beefcake to the face, by the way. Sona is normally the poke champ, but for now she needs to be very careful because there's a Blitzcrank. He already took some poke, so that's fine. He needs to be careful because if Sona goes in front of the minions to go and poke around, Blitzcrank will pull her and then she will be dead. She's not the strongest support player, in which I mean, of course, tankiness. We shall see how it works out. It's always hard to cast a lane with a Blitzcrank, and because that hook could just happen whenever you're not watching. And there are 3 more lanes for me to watch. Well, with the third I mean the jungle, but most of the time the jungle will be bottom, or middle, or top. Singed, of course, against the Shen. Shins have difficulties because he won't do that much damage onto him, and he can use Fate as well if needed be. Singed, of course, a very pushy champion, but it is costing him quite the amounts of health. And if the jungle would arrive, then he would die. Now Blitzcrank pull should be off cooldown once more, so we shall see if he's able to pull. For now, blue team is very good at staying behind the minions, so there is no way Blitzcrank can pull. For now. Of course, if Ezreal is able to kill all the minions. Oh, that could have been a pull, but a nice bait there by Sona. Again, putting the pull on cooldown. He's still fairly low on health, doesn't have a health button because he needed to use it at the lead. It's looking rather grim, but then again, Shen has a very great regeneration with that shield. Well, it's will part, no, Iron Will, yes, that's the Blitzcrank almost dying there to poke. And things are going down. Fiddle is going in for a gank. Singed, of course, playing Singed, all sacking around, is now going to ghost away. Nice down flash by Shen, by the way. Singed keeps on running. And a nice fear by Fiddle. It is only a level 1 fear, so it has a very low damage. Well, very low fear doesn't damage. A very low fear duration. Yes, that's what I was going for. Lee Sin still hasn't ganked, which is fairly odd for Lee Sin, though I must say he didn't have that much opportunities to gank. Everyone, except for Karthus, is getting pushed back way hard into the towers. Well, actually, same goes for bottom lane as well, so I'm not too sure why he hasn't ganked. Throw away self-ho no jutsu. Yeah, sorry, I was working on my nerves. So then, Lee Sin is going for a gank. He could have gone earlier in. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. And another pull missed by Blitz. That's not the sign for you to go in, Lee Sin. That minion now spotted you, so they know. And now it's Corky and Sona being fairly careful. Of course, Blitzcrank cannot use his rocket grab because it's just been used again. So they can move a little bit more freely. They can poke around a little bit. Lee Sin is long gone as well, so Sona might become more aggressive. Of course, not anymore. It's back active. It's active once more. He can rocket grab. And Corky needs to be careful. He's trying to bait it out once more, but Blitzcrank is of course a fairly fast champion. He can use his team power to just run very quickly and then just grab you. Of course, Corky can Valkyrie away, so we shall see who is the fastest. I think Sona isn't though. Now, no, I thought he was going for it. He could have pulled Sona to be honest, but let's go and watch a gank first. Terrifying now, level 2 apparently, a nice down here, giving almost a full drain duration onto Singed, who now needs to recall once more. Singed getting zoned away, which is fairly bad for Singed. Because you need to pull ahead at least a little bit as a Singed. Then you can just walk around being a nutcase and just, oh, you could have dodged that go. And just be a Singed. Good man. Oh yes, teleport does matter. Not going to miss a single farm here on Singed. Great play, Singed. I should have teleport on Singed as well. Oh, need to be careful there, or did Blitzcrank pull again? Yes, he did. So that explains the aggressiveness of blue team. That's how you play against the Blitzcrank. Wait for his pull to go off, and if it's off, then go in and be aggressive as you can. He is a melee champion, so if you're a Sona, Fiddle! You're not even able to attack. Pitiful. Lee Sin actually going in, but Karthus and, well, Fiddle are on. Again, damage onto Blitzcrank. Again, he missed his pull apparently, because it's always on cooldown. He barely has any mana, well, he had his mana shield on, so that might explain. He's now level 5. And Corky wants to go back. What is he going to buy? Let's check his money. He has 1,400 monies, so it's not enough for a BF, so not that Corky will go for that, so it's probably going to be a Phage. We shall see. Or maybe some... Yes, it is! A Phage for Corky. It rhymes. Awesome. Karthus is level 6, which is also a variable you need to take in account. And same goes for Shen, by the way, so it's a global ult team right about now. Only the bottom lane doesn't have global ults, and of course Fiddle. Well, maybe you can call it teleport. Well, it has an element of surprise, which almost has the same measurements of a Nocturne ultimate, at least early on in the game, but further away, it's not really that surprising. And if you are behind as a jungle Fiddle, you won't be that much of a threat in the end of the game. Mid-game, your base damage might do the job, but in the end, not really. Ryze wants to have blue, however, he also wants to take this minion, so he's going to try and push it as hard as he can to get the blue. Lee Sin now impatient, of course. The blue is almost dead. Ryze, you need to throw a red ball of doom. Thank you very much. Fine. Thank you, Aaron. Well. Okay, almost getting damaged upon. There's a Blitzcrank. Will he get the hook in? Yes, he will. Sona gets grabbed and is almost fairly low. Will they get the kill? No, Corky now. Oh my god, nice ultimate by the Ezreal. And now we have the Fiddle ultimate killing everyone. Everyone. Oh no, Phage proc by Corky. That's a pity. He doesn't have flash apparently. Oh, that should have been a double kill. So great play actually by red team. I will go. Oh no. Well, that's a dive, and Fiddle can dive you forever, mate. That drain is so good. He plays Fiddle like you should. Just tower dive him when they're low. You can go, don't you know? That's a cinch there, everybody. That's how you play Singed. You just make it so that Shen doesn't have any minions. That's how you play Singed. Now stealing wolves like a champ. Awesome. So good kill there by Karthus as well. As you might have been aware, Blitzcrank died to the Requiem. And to be honest, I think Shen would have been able to save the Sona if he used his ultimate. Then again, you need very quick reflexes in order to make... Well, it's solo ranked. If you play with a team, they might scream, "Ulti me, god damn it!" And then, of course, he will ulti you. In solo ranked, it's purely based on how good his minimap control is, because else he won't see it or notice it. Unless, of course, massive pings are going down, which I didn't see. That ultimate shot was very great of Ezreal getting the kill onto Sona. He earned himself a kill. He did great. Man, I want that Blitzcrank skin. Nah. Anyway, Fiddle now with a red buff once more. It's weird. Normally, well, he is a jungler, so normally a jungler gives some of the buffs to his players. So normally you'd see middle with blue, but you have a jungle Fiddle, so it's actually the other way around. You'd see Fiddle giving red buff to the carry. But then again, a red buff always is good for ganking, so he can just auto-attack all he can and then just say, you're slowed, you're feared, you're silenced, you're dead. Shen is going to get ganked on pretty heavily. He will, I don't know what he can do actually, but they're going in from behind so he can't run away to his tower. He will be able to dash through this wall here. He's actually going to flash, didn't want to risk it apparently. Well, he's right. I don't think Shadow Walk would have been able to get through here, but it would have been able to get through here. And now that I say through here, I realize that I turn off my mouse, which I want some feedback for, to be honest. So, do you prefer not seeing the mouse, or do you prefer seeing it? And maybe you can still see the mouse and I'm talking out of my ass. So for that then, I'm sorry. Fiddle again, going for the Fiddle gang with the Crow Storm. Should be off cooldown. Here he goes with the Shen ultimate. Great timing and a nice crescendo as well. So that's going to be a double kill and a lot of assists for blue team. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I love ya, Fiddle. I love ya, boy. You go make me proud. Singed, of course, doing what he should have done, destroying a tower. Shen disappeared from his lane and then he said, well, you get kills, we get towers. So the gold isn't that far off. It's only about 2,000 gold, which is still pretty much 10 minutes into the game. Let's say 12 minutes, let's be honest. Then again, Corky and Sona might actually be able to, well, they are going to be able to get this turret. I don't know if they want to have this turret now. Well, it might be the smartest thing to do. Again, laning against the Blitzcrank, it really isn't that fun. No, they're going to let this tower stand. Or no, they're going to destroy it anyway. Corky, stop confusing me, damn it. Stop confusing and bomb. Ooh, that was a miss. I saw that. Blitzcrank spotted by a ward, by the way, so they won't make a mistake. Gank in the middle by both Fiddle and Lee Sin. Fiddle taking a lot of damage by Ryze, but he's a Fiddle. He will be able to drain it back. Karthus now with the Defile doing a lot of damage, but Ryze flashed away. And a nice Dragon Rage onto it. Oh, Lee Sin getting slowed there by Sona. Great play there, but he's able to safeguard away. Now we have Singe going in onto Fiddle. Fiddle will not survive. Shot down onto Fiddle. Karthus still keep trying to do as much damage as he can, but it's pretty much too early on in the game. He only has a Rtotheeyes. He has no mana anymore, but they will have the kill. Nice Ezreal ult and a grab by Blitzcrank, punching Karthus to death. Death defied, you say. He's not going to use his Requiem, which is great on his part, because he wouldn't have been able to get the kill. Unless maybe Ezreal was pretty low, but he wasn't. So great play by red team. Still, money-wise, they're still behind. Of course, thanks to the turret that was destroyed by Sona and Ezreal. And thanks to the great play, actually, of Sona. And Shen. No, I don't know. Shen wasn't there. I mean, Sona and Fiddle. Was Corky there? I don't remember. I think Corky was there as well, considering the amount of assist he has. So everyone collapsed on each other on the middle lane, and the red team got the better part of it, but still blue team made it so that they too had an advantage. And now I realize Dragon has been taken. Sorry for that, I should have saw that eons ago. Karthus ult going in, will not get the kill. Nice save got there by Lee Sin, but even then, it wasn't enough. Now Sona is there as well. Corky did? No, he didn't use any summoners, so that's good. But the ultimate of Karthus has been used, so that's a pity. Oh, Fiddle gank, no jutsu! Will he get the Terrify up? Yes, he will. Ryze already used. Fiddle should actually... Oh, nice play there by Ryze. However, Fiddle should have his flash, and there he goes. Just raises his hands. And Ryze is dead. Arg. Great play. Fiddle, Fiddle, Fiddle. Come on, I want to hug you. Have you seen that Fiddle cosplayer during the World Series? It was awesome. The playoffs, of course. It was awesome. And the Amumu, of course, as well. Karthus now spotting the Singed. What is he going to do? Is he going to play Singed and run away? He already used his ultimate, so he has more movement speed and more crowd control reduction. That's that. Tenacity increased. Pushing by blue team on the middle lane. They really want to go for the early game, which is probably right because Ryze is such a monster in the end of the game. Though they have a Karthus, so it's actually Karthus is also a monster in the end of the game. I might say even more than Ryze, because he can die and still do a lot of damage. especially with a Crescendo or Fiddle Alter. It's pretty insane. Of course you have Shen playing a Shen, who keeps pushing his lane. Will he go for the pushing build? He already has a Withstand, which will make him a bit stronger. Don't know what they're going to do. Will Blitzcrank be able to pull? Yes, he will. He should be able to pull. Blitzcrank, follow your senses. Pull, goddammit. Pull! Yes! Oh, but a nice Terrify by Phil preventing the knockup there. Oh, you stole. Oh, nice Mind Steal by Sin, but I don't think he will be able to escape, or will he? I think he might. No, Valkyrie and another flash. Oh, nice missile by Corky, getting the Lee Sin no matter what. Great play there. Oh my, that Valkyrie was spot on. Shen now showing his face will actually be in a heap of trouble if Blitzcrank is able to pull him, but he's not. Blitzcrank actually didn't want it to pull Shen, even though he's not that tanky yet. I think if he continued tanking that turret with, of course, the snare of Ryze and then the pull-in by Blitzcrank and the knockup, the turret would have done most of the damage anyway and he would have died. But instead, Blitzcrank wanted to pull a Karthus, which is always a double-edged sword. If you pull that one in, this Defy will kill everyone you even if he's dead. Fiddle, of course, takes no damage of jungle creeps thanks to his ring, which made him such a great jungler early on in the game. Well, with early on in the game, I mean in the past, not now. It feels so. I used to play jungle Fiddle a lot, and recently, well, I haven't been able to play jungle that much, but it's just so hard. There are so many better junglers that just counter jungle you for eternity, but Fiddle did great. He really did. Red team does great as well, destroying a tower, and oh my, there is a nice ultimate by Shen. I thought that would have been a kill on Karthus, but instead Shen did a great ultimate. Ryze going in with the flash gets the kill. However, I don't think that Ryze will survive this. Fiddle with a nice ultimate gets Ryze as well, but he will die thanks to the ignite, cinched with a kill. Shen might actually continue. Corky and Sona are pretty far off, but he is still a champ. Attention. 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 Sorry. Thought I said something funny in my own ears, but apparently it wasn't. Maybe it was. I don't know. So yeah, Ryze actually did great. He shut down the Karthus. I don't know if it was required though. There were better targets, but hey, at least he got a kill. Pings are going down. Shen actually went in onto Lee Sin there. Didn't expect that, but then again, nothing happened. Corky wants some more red buffs. Apparently, it's almost gone, so why not? A constant red buff for Corky. And a nice crit there by Corky. He has his Trinity Falls, is now going for a Bloodthirster apparently, or maybe not, he might go for a... I don't know, Infinity's Edge, yeah. Great. He might go for Infinity's Edge and just keep the Vampiric Scepter for some sustain, but mostly you'll see a Bloodthirster in this part of the game, because Corky works really well with strike damage onto his missiles. It does great poke. Oh, Fiddle, because he died, of course, he lost his Oracle, so now he won't be able to stand here in the brush and do some crazy stuff. Or even here, do some crazy stuff. I love doing my ultimate from here on to the enemy team. You'll never suspect it, unless, of course, it's such a good wall. You can see the entirety of the raid camp with this wall. Let me prove it! Here you have it! Sorry. Fiddle going to steal blue, but there is no blue there. There is no vision there either. Ryze, of course, he can go quite tanky because mana is for him damage. They did nerf it a bit, so ability power gives him more damage, but still, you can't say no to tankiness, especially when they go double AP on the enemy. Oh, guess who has Oracle now? It's Sona, so it doesn't matter. Fiddle doesn't really need Oracles now, and he might actually go for a great ultimate here. Has the movement speed of Sona. Will not do anything. Might have been able to hit someone with Dark Wind. Don't know. It's a great poke ability. Oh, look who's coming in from behind! He gets terrified though, but he will make Rampage on the team. Nice little ultimate there by Sona. So Cinched is already dead. Fiddle with his ultimate. It's like a double defile here. That's a lot of AoE damage you have. And a nice flash there. Oh, that could have been even nicer. So yeah, 2 for 2. Which is great, to be honest. Red team, even though they are behind on money, aren't behind in fighting. So for now they are still at the same time. Of course, Shen is very high on health, so he will be able to turret dive easily enough. So great play there by Shen, touting over the wall. So never mind what I said. Never mind. Corky is still alive, he will be able to do a lot of damage there. You do not want to focus Shen that much. Oh, Shen using his ultimate there, so it's a bit of miscommunication. A little bit. If Corky would have Valkyrie'd in with Shen's ultimate on, that would have been a kill onto Ryze, even though, of course, red team has respawned. Same could be said for blue team. Did Karthus use his ultimate in that team fight? He didn't. I thought so. He didn't. So it's still a factor in this game. Because normally the cooldown of Requiem is pretty high. It's 172 seconds. But if you don't use it, then the cooldown is non-existent. The cooldown would have been lower if Fiddle, of course, would give blue to Karthus. But then again, Karthus has a Rtotheeyes, so mana-wise, he won't have that much difficulties. It's just cooldown-wise that it would be awesome for him. Of course, every time Karthus gets a kill, the file will make it so that he drains mana every time he kills something. Or is it purely a minion? I don't know. Nearby enemies, so no, a minion and enemies, it doesn't matter. Oh, Ryze, you want, but you might die here. He will die. There's no way he can escape. Nice grab there by Karthus with the Wall of Pain and then an Ice Town. He might be in the... Oh, he's going to survive his team. No, he isn't. So, no, he isn't. Oh, will they flash? Well, they will taunt over it. Having vision and then a Valkyrie by Corky. Nice kill there. Great Valkyrie. And now it's, well, it's Lee Singed, who's in a heap of trouble. He now is Asian, apparently. I don't know. Never saw a singed face, to be honest. There's always, oh, you with your pulls, you. Too bad. He hasn't hit any really awesome pulls that much. I can't remember one, to be honest, but that's because maybe I have quite a fuzzy brain, guys. But for now, I really and that's a turret down. A nice pull there by Blitzcrank, but it won't work, to be honest. And that's the file. Well, no, that's a Requiem on your face. Fiddle died again. He's quite squishy, apparently. Maybe he needs an hour. Corky now. Oh, nice flash there. I thought Corky would have gotten the kill, but instead Ezreal flashed away, and now it's turning around. Great style for 40 Ryze. Are they going to catch? Yes, they. No, flash and Slows Reverie. Sorry, I thought they were to catch Sona there, but they weren't. And now it's Shen who just runs away with a blue buff. His ultimate is almost off cooldown. If he would have been able to use it, I think Corky would have survived. But hey, I don't believe in ifs anymore. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Karthus roaming. Doesn't have his cat left, which is why they... He should almost have enough money. Let's check it out. So Karthus has, well, 1080. So once he gets the raves, he will have enough money for his death cap, and we will see him recalling. He should. But instead, because red team is doing the dragon, he thinks we must do something about this, guys. Fine, I'll taunt him. Oh my, there are 4 guys here, I might die. Fiddle to the rescue, what a nice grab, interrupting it. Oh my god, and it was a blind one. I think it was, or maybe it was because Sona was standing in front of him. Oh my god. Oh. But anyway, let's continue here. So we have Karthus here, Sinch just running into the defile, and Karthus actually getting feared into the defile, but Fiddle again, being squishy as he is, will die, and this is going to be very bad. Oh, nice grab there by... I was going to call you Karthus there for a second, Ryze, I'm sorry. Oh my, that Blitzcrank grab changed everything. It did. I thought Fiddle was just about ready to pop. And I thought, oh, he's just going to jump over that rocket fist, but nope. Rocket grab didn't work. Because I'm Blitzcrank, boy. Really, it was a blind grab. Or maybe it was because Sona was showing her face in front of Fiddle, and then Blitzcrank thought, I'm gonna grab you. Oh my, that maybe it was lucky. Sona needs to be careful. There was a ward there, and there was a Blitzcrank dash. She could have gotten pulled into a Ryze, which is lethal to say the least. Corky wants money. He's not going for a Bloodthirster, so he did just buy the Vampire Acceptor for now. For some sustain, he's going for a Debo, which will give him armor penetration deluxe. And he has a red buff again. So even though he has Trinity Forge, which has about a 25% chance to slow you, he also has a red buff, so that's infinite slow. Ezreal pushing the bottom lane, which is very important because that lane is the furthest away from the Baron. And I think it is about time for Baron to get killed, really. I must say, just look at the goal differentiation here. The red team has caught up greatly, immensely, amazingly. So this game will be as tight as ever. Fiddle is still not that tanky. He did have a Spirit Visage, but that doesn't work that much. It increases the drain healing, so that's good, but I don't know, man. I prefer Spell Vamp, really. It gives almost the same generation, if not more. And it will make it so that you'll have more ability power, so you will do more damage. Almost a down onto Singe, but he's really not the target you want. There was a Ryze and he's pretty close. Nice grab there by Blitzcrank on the Fiddle. Fiddle dead. Fiddle dead. Everyone running away. Flash away, Karthus. Run away, Karthus. No, Sona, be careful. He's a Singe. Did he use Ghost? Oh, it's still on cooldown. Nice down there. Oh, but a nice grab once more by Blitzcrank. Forget what I said. Blitzcrank is grabbing like a pro right about now. Shen using his ultimate to protect nobody. Karthus going in with the kill. With one kill. All the rest survive, so that's a pity. Corky is still alive, which is great. Corky actually being the survivor here in this game. He only died once, but he should have died many times. And the only time he died was because he was too cocky and thought he got the Ezreal, which he would have had if Ezreal didn't flash away like a pro. So, I thought that red team would have caught up by a blue team right about now, but still, they haven't. 2k gold, it's not that much, especially this time in the game. We're already almost at the 30-minute mark, so what's 3,000 gold or 2,000 gold at the 30-minute mark? It's nothing! Who has the gold on blue team, I was going to say, and it is mostly Fiddle. He has 8 kills, but he was pulled twice by Blitzcrank, so he wasn't able to do anything, and that's a huge setback for blue team. So if Fiddle is dead, blue team isn't actually that strong. For purple team, it is Ryze who has the money. It is Ezreal who has the kills. Well, of course, Corky has just as much power as Ezreal, but I think Ezreal is better in just mobility, because of course they nerfed the Valkyrie of Corky, and Ezreal can just arcane shift to death. Every time he hits with a mystic shot, the cooldown gets reduced by a second, so he is far more mobile than Corky is, making him a very dangerous threat in the mid game. I also think he's a stronger champion than Corky is in the mid game. End game, I think Corky is a beast, and he will diminish Ezreal's, well, whatever it is that Ezreal has. Nice blast there by Corky, getting away with that pesky little shield. Where will Fiddle jump over the wall? He needs a very good position that isn't as good. This is a very great position. Of course, the red team realizes this, but they get crescendo to the face. Fiddle again dying though, together with Karthus. Karthus does not have Requiem, so that wasn't really the time to fight for red team. The entirety of blue team except for Singe is dead, and Singe really did what he had to do, and that's a kill once more. Ezreal now needs to be careful. He still had flash, so he will be able to dodge away from the taunt and will survive. So an ace and a barely surviving Ryze, by the way, for red team. So now they did pull ahead, and why not? They did awesome the last 3 team fights. They did everything right. The minute they saw they were attacking Shen, they walked away. They walked away and then dodged the Fiddle ultimate. So both, so Fiddle and Karthus, they were too far away from their teammates, because of course Fiddle, he needed to flash after his ultimate to catch up to the red team, because they were already near Baron at the river. Oh, nice pull once more. Fiddle really loves to get pulled here. He's just dying over and over again. It's a pity. It's really pitiful. Karthus' ultimate is actually off cooldown, so he could have used it, maybe. I don't know how high his AP damage is for now. Let's see, he has 400. Don't think it would have been enough to get Sim, especially with that safeguard. And of course, Ezreal with the Bloodthirster has regen for quite a bit. But this could actually be a great time for blue team to go for Baron. They should realize that the entirety of red team has just recalled. Still, they need to be careful. Just because they recalled, it doesn't mean they're not able to get to Baron faster. Ward by Baron by Sona. Nobody has Oracle Spell on blue team? No. Nope. Nope. Does red team have an Oracles? Nope. And nope. Yeah, Blitzcrank had, I thought so. So yeah, Blitzcrank has oracles, is going for a frozen heart, is going for a weird pattern though to get his frozen heart. He first had the sapphire crystal, which is great on a Blitzcrank. The more mana he has, the more tankier he is with his mana shield. But then he went for 2 cloth armors. Okay, he doesn't make that much money, he is a support. But still, maybe sometimes it's smart. Oh, Fiddle, you were spotted there, weren't you? So that's an ultimate down once more. Of course, the cooldown isn't that high. It's 120 seconds, but once he has blue buff, it is lower. But I think this is really the time for Red Team to go for Baron. Now that Fiddle doesn't have his ultimate, and he was still the most fat player on the enemy team, they should go for it, really. Fiddle not even able to buy a single item for the past 5 minutes or longer. Well, he has been dead mostly the entire time of the game, so he's not able to ward. Nice teleport in by Cinch. Did he use his ghost? I think he did, but it doesn't matter. Crescendo onto the face, but Cinch isn't the target you want. Flash hit by Ryze, again killing Fiddle instantly. Oh my, now Ryze getting caught by Shen, but it won't be enough. Ezreal will do a lot of damage there onto Karthus. I mean, onto Shen? Yeah, but Shen didn't survive. Why did I say Karthus? Karthus was long gone. And now the ultimate of Karthus is gone. So that's the perfect time for the first Baron in the game, everybody. Here is his health, if you want to see. Since not tanking, it is Lee Sin tanking, which is smart because Lee Sin, of course, has spell them if he uses it correctly. He didn't do it also correctly. If you use Iron Will and use Smite, then Smite will give you a lot of health back because you spell them Iron Will, so you have a lot of regeneration. But he didn't need it to do it, of course. He just used his abilities. There was no danger at all. Blue team was dead, so there was nothing they could do about it. So it is looking rather grim for Blue team as I yawn away. The dragon is getting killed. The Sona is being chilled because she walks defensively today.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Another 1,000 gold lead extra for Red team now. Sorry that I was singing. There wasn't really anything I could do. I could have drank some water though, and maybe I should after this game. After this game I will. So then, we have a Red team with a Baron now finally going to use it. And is going to push into Insanity and beyond. Actually, it appears Ezreal wants to buy something. No, he wants to farm something. Now I must say, Red team, if you have Baron, please use it. Take all the things you can take. Of course, counter jungling is fairly important as well, because it makes it so that Blue team can't counter jungle. But they won't, because you have Baron. They are going to turtle inside their base or at their towers to defend it. You cannot push towers with 2. Unless you're awesome. But normally you shouldn't. There's an inhibitor just standing there asking to be destroyed, which is fairly emo, I might say, but still, it is. Oh, don't underestimate the damage of an Ezreal onto your tanks. However, do not underestimate the damage of a Corky over a wall. A great fling there by Cinch, doing amazing damage there together with Ryze, and that's another kill. Another one bites the dust. Now, Fiddle wants to go in a position where he can use his ultimate freely, but as long as Cinch is around, he can just ping for eternity. Good ultimate by Shen, but I don't think it will be enough. Great then, and another taunt. Is it a kill? No, it wasn't. Lee Sin was able to safeguard to safety, but those are towers being destroyed as we are using his arcane, his essence blocks to give movement speed to his allies and attack speed, I mean. And that's a GG! Surrender going down by Blue team! And there wasn't really that much they could do. Fiddle could use his ultimate from the fountain, but he would have gotten one-shotted in just a few seconds. He wasn't able to buy any items. He was ahead, but he wasn't able to buy items. Maybe he shouldn't have gone for Rabadon's death cap and instead go for an hourglass. It is a fairly important item for a Fiddle. For multiple reasons. His drain can be used while he is in stasis. Keep that in mind. So that's a lot of health he can regen just by standing there, unless of course you walk away from him. But great play by Red team. Great play by both teams, to be honest, but Red team surely. What a great comeback. Am I right? So guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. whatever it is I'll do. Whenever it is I'll do it. It'll probably be a cast because I have a very tight schedule lately. Haven't been able to cast a lot. Or do gameplay a lot. Or play League of Legends in general. That's a pity. But we are the 10th of October, so tonight we have the playoffs once more for the World Championship of this series too. And I will be watching those. And I hope you too. Bye.